Hey guys, it's Jeff from Heartland Customs, Purcell, Oklahoma. I'm just going to do a few little kind of a series of videos here to kind of walk you around this 1958 SPECVETTE Corvette that we just built in partnership with the National Corvette Museum. This is a program here we call the SPECVETTE program, where basically the premise behind it is you want modern supercar performance and comforts and amenities, but you want to keep that retro look of your favorite year from 1953 to 1982. So any C1, C2, or C3 you can have now, and it looks just like the day it rolled off the showroom floor in that year, but it's going to feel like a brand new car. You know, these things are a whole nother level of resto mod Corvette. This is not C4, C5, C6 suspension bolted on a new tubular chassis. There's nothing wrong with that. We've done that for years. There's a few companies out there that do that very well and build a really nice product at a good price for those that just want to improve on what their Corvette had originally. We wanted more than that. We wanted C6, C7 performance, and you're not going to get that just bolting suspension on a chassis. You know, that suspension is designed for the C6 or the C7 wheelbase and track width and all that. So we really had to start from the ground up and do it from scratch. So we contacted the Roadster shop from Mundelein, Illinois. You know, they, from what I saw, were building by far the most technically advanced chassis on the market. So we went to them. We told them exactly what we wanted to do. They spec'd us out a chassis. And then they make them, and we do it for any C1, C2, or C3, and everything's computer designed from scratch. There's no bolt-on parts. The only GM part that they use is a C6 Z06 spindle, and that way that we can run any C6 brakes that we want to run. I'm sure now when the C7 stuff comes out, we may jump up to that stuff if it's an improvement over what the C6 stuff is, but the C6 stuff just works, you know, wonderfully. So we're really happy with it. But no bolt-on parts. I mean, this is really the best optimized performance and ride quality you can possibly get in a resto mod Corvette is what we're doing on these cars. So on this video, I'm just going to kind of walk you around the outside of the car and show you some stuff, and then we'll do another video that does the interior and engine compartment and a few things like that. But just real quick, I just kind of wanted to informally walk you around and show you all the details of this thing before we delivered it. We'll have it at SEMA this year and a few other shows. We've partnered with Ligenfelter now, so they're building all of our engines. So every SPECVETTE will come with a Ligenfelter built engine. So we're doing some stuff with them this year and next year too. So you'll probably get to see this car and the ones that are coming out from behind it. This is car number 1, a 1958, and car number 2 is a 1963 split window. So you'll get to see kind of the king of the C2s coming after this one to kind of give you those C2 guys some ideas on what can be done on these cars. So just real quick, we'll just kind of walk around the car, and you know, everything's been, you know, panel gapped. Everything was block sanded with the doors, the hood, the deck lid, the trunk, everything on it. So you know, everything, you look down the side of the car, you can't even see the door gaps. I mean, everything just flows perfectly. It's a lot more work to do that. These cars are built at a set price, so you know, it's the more work I put into it, the nicer it is, the happier everybody is, because they already know what they're going to pay day one. They're not paying me by the hour. So, but I want them to be as perfect as I can possibly get them. So all your panel gaps and body work and paint and all that is just about as nice as you can possibly get on a Corvette. You know, you can see there your deck lid, your trunk, your doors, even around your fuel door and everything all has perfectly even gaps, and all the panels flow perfectly. So you can see there, deck lid across the top to the trunk. I mean, it's seamless. So all that's been done. You know, we even did here on your nose and your trunk emblem used to be gold. We didn't really get the gold. I mean, I guess that was the thing to do back in 1958. The Bel Airs and stuff were doing that stuff on the really nice models. So I'm sure that's why they did it on the Corvette. However, we like to clean it up a little bit, so we did it in a chrome look instead of the gold. So it just matched the chrome on the car a little nicer. We can do them in gold if you want them in gold, but on this one we did the silver. Wheels and tires, these are CNC'd aluminum wheels. We do, for the C1s, we do it this style, so it looks just like the original hubcap with the knockoff spinner in the center. It actually does take the 5 lug nuts like a brand new Corvette does, and that center plate and knockoff actually comes off and reveals the 5 lug nuts. So you got the modern, technology holding them on with the lug nuts and stuff, but you still got that knockoff spinner look. And we do Michelin tires here at the shop. We work, brand new Corvettes have got Michelin tires. We want to use Michelin tires. If it's the best for the C7, that's what we're going to use on the SPECVETTEs. You do Michelin tires, and then we have a company that does white wall tires for us. If we do a C2 for you, then we can do gold line, red line, blue line, skinny white, wide white, whatever matches the year of your car to give you the look that you want. And the C1s, like I said, we do this hubcap style wheel. On the C2s, we do the turbine or the rally wheel. So you can have either one of those. And then C3, we do the rally type wheel for those, which you can actually see a set of those up there on the top with the satin gray inlay in the background. So we've done that. That way you're getting, again, you're getting the modern performance in the tires, and the wheel diameters and widths and all that are like new Corvettes. So you can actually put the power to the ground and get the handling, but all has that original look to it. And as we come down the car here, we've relocated the fuel tank. It used to be behind the seats here. Then you smelled gas all the time, and by the time you put your electric fuel pump in, it's noisy, it's right behind your head. We didn't want all that, so we took all that stuff out and we put that back into the back of the car like a modern car has, so you don't hear anything. You don't hear a fuel pump, you don't smell gas, none of that stuff. And then that freed up that compartment underneath the convertible top for our subwoofer and our amplifiers and electronics to run all the modern conveniences of the car, so that all that stuff didn't have to be up under the dash. Because if any of you guys have ever tried to crawl up under the dash of a Corvette and replace a fuse or a loose wire or something like that, you know what a nightmare that is. So we've relocated all that stuff back here underneath the convertible top, which is now a stay fast cloth top, just like the new Corvettes have, for that more modern, cleaner look. Since we relocated the fuel to the rear, that freed up the compartment here. And what we've done in here is we've actually integrated a C-Tech battery management system in here. So you've got the little weatherproof cover here that you can just pop right off, plug in your C-Tech. It actually tells you right here if you're low, if your battery's low, if it's about half, or if it's full, it'll be a green flashing light. As you can see here, I've been playing with this car too much today, and I need to put the battery charger on it. But that way you're not fumbling with alligator clips and stuff. You plug in your C-Tech. C-Tech's best battery charger on the market, and it just plugs right in there. And over the winter, you just plug it in right there. It reconditions your battery over the winter, and when you're ready to pull the car back out in the fall, it's ready to go. So we've put all that stuff right here. These buttons right here actually run your power hood. If you've got the key in the car, then these buttons will function, and you can actually open the power hood right here. You can also do it from the key fob, which I'll show you, a little bit later. Same way here in the rear, you got the same wheels and tires. You can see probably back there we color match the 6-piston brake calipers to the car. We don't just bolt stuff in here. Back here you've got your LED taillights, which since I'm here by myself I can't show you them lit up. But they're LED, they're really bright, they're really cool. For safety reasons, that's really the way to go. And you got a power antenna, so you don't have that enormous mast antenna like you used to have on these cars. Now, a big thing on the 58 Corvette was the trunk. You had the trunk irons in 58, which weigh down the trunk lid and make it really heavy. So on this car, not only did we fix that problem so that the trunk would actually stay up, but we did it with a gas shock so that it opens really nice like a modern car, and it's perfectly silent. You don't get that squeaking and stuff like the old Springs. So you got a nice little finished out trunk here. It's all leather and custom carpeted to match the interior, and it's just done really nice with those shocks. The next video, I guess, is I'll be showing you the interior and some of the creature comforts and stuff that this thing has, and look forward to seeing you in that video.